Hey guys, Taya here. So today I'm going to be doing a kind of simple-ish, like fun-ish sugar skull makeup tutorial. The thing that's really cool about this design is the fact that you can expand your designs on what you do in your face, and you can just basically have fun with it just as long as it's sugar skullery. That's not even a word, but I don't care, it is now. I've been doing or attempting makeup for the past 2 years. It's been a very big passion of mine. Like I've said in previous videos, I'm an artist, and it's definitely a form of art. For all you makeup artists out there who are like way more talented than I am, I'm not saying that I'm an expert. I just have fun with it. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so what you're gonna need is, you're definitely gonna need a base, so just basically use your basic foundation. I am using Dream Nude Air Foam. Where's the camera? Right there. I got it off of Amazon because you cannot actually get it in the stores, and I am the palest of the palest person there is, or at least that I know, so I have to like customize my foundation, which means get it online, and this is called Porcelain Ivory. I'm putting this on as a base because the makeup that I'm using to make my face white is very, very oily and will give you really bad acne. So, yeah, so this is what I'm going to be doing for my base. It's foam. Beautiful, I know, right? Okay, let me blend this in. Alright, there we go, looking nice and pale. This is just my base, by the way. Alright, so then the next thing you're going to want to do, I mean, you don't have to do this, I'm not going to do it today, but you can use a mineral powder, like one that you always use, for the base, to go on top of the base, so your face isn't like wet or whatever, so it can set. So then the next thing you're going to want to do, so I am using Ben Nye. It is a very, very famous makeup for like Halloween makeup, special occasions, whatever. It's not your everyday makeup. But the color I am using is Porcelain. I don't know why I like porcelain. I got this actually because I'm very into like zombie makeup. So I got like a color that wasn't like ghost white, but could also be pale enough for me to look like a zombie. So I got Porcelain. It's obviously very, very gum, but because I use it a lot, but it's like this cream foundation stuff. This is the stuff that will clog your pores. It is so thick, it is so gross. We call it theater makeup because, you know, the Ben Nye company or whatever is what we use for theater, or when I was in theater. So yeah, so basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to coat this over your entire face to the point where it's like so pale, so white, even over your lips. Like you don't have to do your eyes because we're going to be covering that later. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, and hold on. And there we go. Woo, yeah, look like a ghost. So, the thing about this makeup is it will sweat off, definitely, because it is so very oily. Ben Nye also sells this setting powder, which is what you want to cake your face with after you put this stuff on. It's basically just like mineral powder. You just put it on your face, and it's a translucent powder. That's what it's called. It's supposed to prevent it from sweating off. I currently do not have any more because I actually use that for my everyday makeup because it's awesome. Like, I mean, there's going to be summer days where you're going to sweat off your makeup, and that stuff just works for everything. I personally use it. Some people don't like it, but I like it. I don't have it today because I'm obviously not going anywhere, so whatever. I mean, yeah, just gotta get the point through. So, super white. This isn't as white as it'll go. Ben Nye also sells, like, they sell pretty much every color under the sun. It's not even funny. So if you want, like, the ghostly white color, then, I think I used to have a little sticker on here that said how much this was. I think this was like $7. It's not, like, I got this at my local Halloween shop. It's in Beaverton. If you know where Beaverton is, that's in Oregon. It's open year round. I'm pretty sure you can find it at almost any Halloween store, like a really good Halloween store, not anything like Party City or whatever. I mean, you can use any kind of face paint you want, but I just love Ben Nye. Ben Nye is awesome. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take whatever black eyeshadow you can find. I'm using something, I've had this since I was like 12. It's LA Colors. It has like a variety of different colors in it. I am using the black So just any black eyeshadow. Like, I'm also going to be using the black from this Smokes from, that's probably backwards, this Smokes from Maybelline. The black color is actually kind of sparkly, so I don't like to use it that much. I want it to be like very black. And I also got this from Forever 21. It's a very nice makeup palette. It was like only $4, and I am going to be using the black in here too. I use a lot of eyeshadow for this stuff, and that's almost gone because I use that for my eyebrows too. But so basically you're going to want to make circles around your eye and cover your eyebrows, so like big circles that like go around your eyebrows, kind of like a skeleton. And I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Alright, there's one eye done. So what I was talking about around the eyebrows, you basically make your eyebrow disappear. Like, you do it way over the eyebrow, do a giant circle like this, and just fill it in, like even under your eyelid, and just make it super black. And I'm going to do the other eye, and I'll be back in a second. Ah! I look like Special Agent Oso, that one like panda bear from that freaking kids show. Okay, so now that that's done, what you're going to want to do to make it like 10 times more black is I have this Maybelline New York Eye Studio Gel Eyeliner. You can get it from, I got this from Target. You can get this from pretty much anywhere, to be honest. It's kind of expensive. This was like $12. Basically what this is going to do is that this is going to make it look like even darker, going to make it like not so eyeshadowy. It's also going to help it stay. So yeah, you can even do it reversed. You could use this first, you could use the eyeshadow after that. I like to do it this way, and I'm going to do that, and I'll be back in a second again. Alright, so you can't really see much of a difference because it was black before, but you could see it in person. So the thing that's awesome about this is that it comes with a little like eyeliner, like pencil pen thing, whatever it's called. What you're gonna also want to do with this is you're gonna want to take it and put it on your waterline too, so like there's not much like pink there. You're gonna try to make it as black as possible. Put it on your top water eyeline. What am I saying? Your top water line, and just like I said, yeah, just get it as black as possible so you can try to make it not look like an eye, you know. And do that. I am not, for most of this makeup, I am not using actual like face paint. I'm using actual makeup. You can use actual face paint. That's actually what I usually do sometimes. It's just I'm using actual makeup right now because I actually need to go buy some more makeup. But this also works too if you just want to use regular makeup. Just make sure it's good for, well, not really good for your skin, but works for your skin. Okay, so now that that's happened, on to the next step. I'm going to do the mouth, like, you know, the very pointy part, like, of a skeleton. I'm probably going to look like Jack Skellington when I come back. Oh, for this one, what you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to make lines. Don't make, like, the circles, like, of what an actual skeleton does. Just do, like, the, like, I don't know if it's called authentic. Just do the straight down lines. I'll do a couple and I'll show you, and then I'll just complete it after that. And, ooh, that's awkward. Back again. Okay, so there is kind of a technique for this. So for the top one, you go, like, here's my lip line right here. You go, like, way past it, like, up, so it's, like, it doesn't, like, match your lip, kind of. And then for the bottom one, you stop at the lip, like, and then the top one goes up like that. And then you curve the lines to match the curve of your lips. So then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to draw a line. You can draw it however you desire. The way that I'm drawing it is I'm going to do a straight line and then I'm going to curve up. So it's kind of like a jokery curve a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see in a second. Okay, so I've done my line. I like start out straight and then I curve up. And make sure it goes like all the way up to almost your ear or wherever your like sideburns stop or whatever. So I just did that. I just did a straight line. It's kind of hard to talk while doing this. And then just swipe up. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then what you're going to want to do, obviously do that to the other side. And what you're going to want to do with that is that you're going to add a couple of lines. And you're going to stop about like a little less than halfway. So when it starts curving, stop with the lines. And I'm going to do that for a second and I will be right back. Okay, and this is what we've got. So you're going to want to try to make it as even as possible on both sides. Like I said, it doesn't have to be like perfect, like, you know, Vogue perfect, whatever, stupid example, but try to make it as even as possible on both sides. So this is what I meant by continuing the little lines, and this is what it looks like when I'm not talking. Okay, and then, okay, so then the next step is obviously the nose. So keep in mind that this makeup is probably going to look super horrendous until it's like completely done. The nose definitely kind of looks like a dog's nose at first, but basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make like a little, here, try to see, make like a little triangle, kind of like outline your nose and like stop in the middle with like a point like that. And then you're going to, I call it the spade nose, like a spade on a card. You make it pointed at the top, you like round your nose, cover your nose, and then you make like a little point at the bottom, and it kind of looks like a spade, like on a card. But I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, and then we have our sugar scullery nose. The thing that's really hard about doing this kind of makeup with piercings in your face is that you got to kind of work around them, like trying to get the black in between my septum was a pain in the butt. So yeah, like I said, just make it like point at the top like this, round it, and then I did the little spadey thing at the bottom. You can cover this with black eyeshadow. For my nose, I use the Eye Studio gel eyeliner, again, because like using the liquid eyeliner would be way too like chaotic, too much. So I did that. So then the next step is continuing the design around the eyes, which is like the flowery design. I am using red, like a red lipstick colory for this. I know I'm using lipstick for this, but I'm going to be using a little like pen thing and putting it on the lipstick and then drawing it. Yeah, no, I love red for sugar skulls. You could use purple, you could use maroon, anything you want. This is just my design. And I'm going to be doing the little flowery design. I'll do half of it, and I'll show you, and then I'll finish it. So I'll show you what I have so far. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a red like outline of the or whatever color you're using around the black. Don't do it like directly on it, like make a little bit of a space like this, and then you're going to want to make little bumps around like a flower, and I'm going to do that and I'll be back in a second. So this is what I was talking about. It's looking pretty cool so far. So I'm just going to do this eye because I don't know why, but I like the idea of like it being different on both sides. You can do both eyes if you want to. That's usually what it's supposed to look like, but I'm just also trying to save time. So the next thing I'm going to do, you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to get super crafty. I mean, if you want to be crafty too, go ahead. I'm going to outline the bumps with black so you can like definitely tell that they're like there. So it like just defines them. And I'm going to use my liquid eyeliner to outline those, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. I don't know, not much of a difference. It kind of does the shadowy effect, like the artistic, like shadowy effect. I like it a lot. It kind of defines it a little bit more. And it's starting to look more sugar scullery. I know it's not a word, but I am using that word. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw, so this is the part where you can be creative with your own design. You can copy me if you want to, you can do your own design, but I'm going to draw designs on my forehead. I'm going to do a little upside down heart and a couple of like swirly thingies. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back. So this is what I was talking about the little like swirly things and the upside down heart. Like I said, you don't have to do this design, but if you are planning on doing this design, it is very hard to get them even, like the swirly parts and all that stuff. Like these aren't completely even, I will admit, but it still looks pretty cool. And the next thing I'm going to do is little swirlies on my face. Like I'm just going to do my, you know, personal design or whatever, so I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, the swirlies on my cheek. I added these little paisley like teardrop things. I don't know why, but whenever I see a sugar skull, I picture like paisley teardrop thingies. And this thing, I did a little swirly on my cheek, did a couple of like red diamonds. Now, you could be totally finished right here if you wanted to, but what I'm going to do, which is, if you're super artistic and want to do this too, is I'm going to draw a rose on my chin, or you can draw whatever you want on your chin, or you can draw nothing at all, it's whatever. But I'm going to draw a rose on my chin, and then I'll be finished. So I'm going to do that, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Okay, so then this is the rose on my chin. Let me get up closer. To be honest, the rose is like, a rose is one of the drawings that I honestly don't know how to do very well, and I've been like drawing forever. I actually had to look up how to do this, so if you want to know how to draw a rose, just look up on Google Images how to draw a basic rose or whatever, and this isn't too